Hello and welcome to UK Versus. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favourite mechanics that I played when I played Magic and that we now have access to more consistently in Attack on Titan, the Battle for Humanity. Burn! You do not understand how much I love Burn. As much as I might complain about it on stream, that's because I know how powerful Burn is. Damage that cannot be prevented by your opponent that kills them should not exist in this game. You should not be able to kill your opponent through status effects. The kind of burn effect I'm talking here is around backups. This is something that people have been theorizing quite a bit on this. The backup rulings have come in, and there is no block step for backups. So unfortunately, you cannot abuse when not blocked effects, or if not blocked effects, because there is no block step. So unfortunately, there's no insta-kill knife edge deathmatch. A huge shame. Chew could have been meta relevant, but instead they decided to make my boy damage free meta relevant. What do I mean by that? Damage effects still go off, and that is huge. If you deal damage to a backup, that damage counts. That damage counts for Blade Tooth. If that damage is below 3, your opponent burns 1. It counts for Dabby 3, which if this tech deals damage, your opponent burns 1. For Maximum Viscosity, which if this ranged attack deals damage, your opponent burns for 1. And for things like Taste Tooth, which lets you draw and then discard down to your hand size, and all the other on-damage effects, it is a huge thing that backups are now this kind of liability. One of the biggest things people were saying about backups is, why do I need to look after them? Why should I even attack them? Well, now we have a reason. These backups can be very powerful. The Attack Titan is a very powerful backup. The Female Titan is a very powerful backup. The Smiling Titan forces you to attack it. And if I can launch a Tasty Rift first, then I am going to be drawing cards from attacking Smiling Titan, which is always peak. I love that. Can you make it a deck? That is what I want to know. Can you make a deck with enough burn? Are there enough effects that say when your opponent takes damage or when you go through that, I need to see this? It's something I'm probably going to work on for a bit of fun. You've got Dabby 3, which basically just says all of these become burns. And it's going to be a very slow, a very annoying deck. But there's enough on damage effects to be very annoying. And thanks to Chaos having access to Maximum Viscosity, if you can get some ranged attacks going, you can do some very dumb things, and I am very excited to try and put this deck together. There is only going to be more backups coming. We've seen with things like Hang and Beast Titan that there are more Titan backups in the work. They would not print characters like that without Origins of Power having more backups. As I've said in previous videos, there are ways to defend backups with things like Deflect, but we didn't get any Deflect in Attack on Titan. That means that the ways are limited by Godzilla and Girl Power. That's huge. That means we now have a way to push. We can't be blocked. Deflect is not in this set as I thought it was going to be. The burn decks could be real, and you know how excited I would be to see a burn deck take over. The set itself has enough burn effects in it to kind of pop off and kill, because all the burn effects in Attack on Titan Battle for Humanity can kill. Usually when we see effects that directly deal damage to your opponents or cause them to lose vitality or life, it says it cannot reduce them below 1. And the fact that they can kill is huge. It makes your opponent's life total a lot more squishy. I'm going to leave it here with this one as a bit of a shorter one. But yeah, I want to try and build a backup burn deck. What cards do you think should be in there? But I'm very excited to try and build this. I was very excited to build Insta-Kill Chew, but that dream is dead. So it's now all about the burn backup burn. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you've got any questions or any tips on how I should build this deck, do let me know. Catch you in the next one.